Better. Okay. So let's just jump into a few things. I can't remember all maybe little things we might have touched on before. So some of these might be just a reminder. So remember, did we talk about things like, look at measure 95, 107. So when you have like those endings, same kind of thing in 107. What? Basically, a decrescendo coming to the end of this thought, right? With a quarter note in the right hand, not a staccato quarter note, right? So it has to be 1, 2, and sometimes you're doing that on those. So we do need them to be this consistent same thing happening all the time. Whenever this is staccato, I don't see the right hand as being staccato. But there's a rest on beat 2. So, can you first play that first one, whatever measure number we just said? Yeah, again. So, big and then it's smaller. Oops. And you let go. Let go on beat 2. As soon as you play the G down there, think about coming up on that one. Again. Softer and softer as you come down. So big and decrescendo. It should be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3. Oh, because you were. Yeah, I don't think you want to do a crossover there, right? You were doing that. I would just go in order of your fingers. 5, 4, 3, 2, off. There we go. Do you need to write that in?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then do we have the rest circle there? Yeah. Okay, then jump over to 107, 106, 107. Maybe just from again. Big, softer, let go. Again, you gotta use 5. Yeah, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, you don't have any fingers. Bigger. I don't know if those have to be staccato. Oops, so just be careful. I guess when you're going fast, it's hard to. Yeah. If this 5, 4, 5, 4 feels right, you can go 5, 3, 5, 3. Is that? Yeah, but then exactly. But then on the way down, you got your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so off. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna start writing these spots down. So these are similar jobs. So job number 1, we're gonna check measure 924, 95, 106, 107. Same idea. Let's go backwards here and see where else. Okay, another one. Measure 66, 67. Same thing. Oh, there. They give us that fingering if you want to. As long as you end up with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the way down. Right. Okay. So don't do a crossover. Where else do we see it?
In the beginning, kind of.
You missed one though. Go back to page 22.
Oh, There's one in 54.
Right, 54, 55. And then where else?
Yeah, beginning.
1920. Right, is there anywhere else? Nope, that's mostly the same ones. There you go. No, there's one more.
There's one in
6, 7,
6, yeah.
and 1920. Okay, so those are all really similar, but you do need to kind of go through and find them so you know where they are. Sometimes we forget. And so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 6 of them. They need to go decrescendo, and they need to have the correct ending to that, so that you're not going right. But 1, 2, and you're soft, especially down here. 1, 2. Try just that. 1, 2. Again. 1, rest. Again. 1, lift. Yes, you have that feeling of seesaw. Yeah.
Yeah.
1. Yep. And then something else that happens at the end of phrasings that are similar, but what's different is like, okay, look at measure 12. Okay, you come from, okay, so this guy, big, small, another, right, and then we get to come up together, which is good, like both hands, but don't jump it. Try to be careful. It's like you know you're moving over there. Just be careful. There's enough time. Lovely, lovely. Okay, so start at like 7. Pick up beat going into measure 7. That's sort of how they're similar jobs, but the first 6 that we pointed out have that different thing, rest in the right hand.
Yeah.
But the similar thing is decrescendo to a cadence point and make sure it sounds like, you know, the end of the phrase. If you bump on the end of those phrases, then you lose that, the flow of that, to show us where you're going with the end of it. If you end up, right, then it's really different. So just think about all those endings that you're going to pull a little bit away from your dynamic, like get a little bit softer. Okay, so that's phrasey endings. Let's look at the B section for a minute. We always have to check this guy. Can you play me right hand of B section? How you did your page turns actually too, so you prepared and thought where you needed to turn when you were doing it hands together. That was good. So it did not stop your flow of your piece. You were ready for those. Okay, left hand. That's good. Oh my gosh. I'm not having luck with that. Whenever you're ready, because it's recording. Okay, let's do a couple things here. One. Play those. One. Yeah, that was better. Now this time say the one. One. See how it feels.
One.
When you get to the bum, bum, think lightly, lightly. Yeah, sometimes you get there and it's doing that a bit. One. I think the scale part can be a little more like big, you know?
Yeah.
Build it.
One.
Right, let's do a couple more of those. You're rushing.
One.
Okay, with me, ready, and one. One. Good. So one. One. One more time, ready, and one. One. Good. Okay, by yourself, one.
One.
So, watch your fingers. Do it once, watch your fingers. See what they're doing.
One.
Okay, so count it. Do it twice. You got it. Watch your fingers.
One. One.
Okay, one more time, then I'll ask you a question.
One. One.
What do you notice about 5, 4, 3 when you play? Do you see them?
Like they're kind of rushing.
Because, yes, they are.
They're unsteady. It's like
And because they're
They're flat.
squishy,
Yeah.
right. Okay, so let's try this. One. 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 Now try this. One. One. Don't let those get squishy.
One.
One. Better. Let's do a couple more like that. So you just have to think about that contact of the finger when you get to the key, that it doesn't, because then you get this. And there's that slight mushy. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
One. One.
Good. Okay, so let's do this little job. Okay, this is measure 21, 22. I'm gonna say 2 times staccato, then 2 times legato. So you're gonna count 1. 1. That's 1 time. 1. 1. So 2 times legato. 1. 1. And then you're just gonna observe and see if we can remember. The staccato just helps you to get strong on those, right? Like you could even do this. You could even do this. Play those 3.
Yeah.
Mississippi hot dog. Mississippi hot dog. Mississippi hot dog. Just those 3. Good. Do it again. Big strong, 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 strong. One more time. Great. Okay.
I'm gonna tell Claire that.
Tell your sister that. Yes. So we did something last time too. What was it that we said we brought? Oh, it was wrist stuff.
Yeah.
Remember? And she's doing that in B. So Twinkle A is really good for strength, right? So that you're really getting that first joint to not be too squishy. So okay, so you're gonna do 2 of those, just those 3 fingers, because that's the only ones that are doing that.
Yeah.
They're squishing a bit. And then you can do the staccato and then the legato, and let's see if that helps that to get really good and easy there. Right, we want that solid left hand there. Okay, let's do this. You play left, I will play right. we're just gonna check from where we're talking, measure 21, start on 21, I'll start there, and stop at 28.
Okay.
Sorry. Good, okay, switching jumps. Okay, so you can do the same thing, Amy, with the right hand in 25, 26. What we said over here was we're gonna go da-da-da-da-da, light, light, da-da-da-da-da, light, light. I don't think those guys need to be so big, and neither do these guys. One. One. Yeah, and 5, 4, 5, 4 just keeps it nice and light. One. One. You got it. Da-da-da-da-da.
One.
So try this. 5, 4. I'm sorry. 1, 2, and a 5, 4, 1, 2, and a 5, 4. Are you coming?
One.
Can you do 2 in a row, counting 1?
One.
So a couple more. So this is another good spot. So you're doing the same thing kind of that you did with the left hand. You're rushing those up a little bit. 1. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so let's do that together. Just the right hand on those 2 measures. Ready? You say 1. You say 1.
One.
You have to say it both sides for me. Doing it.
One. One.
Yes. Okay. Now, doing right hand again from the pickup beat. Da-da. Can you know what? Can you watch measure 23 as well? When you get there, you have a little issue there when you're playing hands together too. It doesn't always fit right. Maybe you're missing one of the chords sometimes? Yeah. So play the right hand. Ready? Rest. Stop. Much better. Let's do that one more time. Much better. Resting, resting. 1. 1. Good. Okay. What do you think you do sometimes in that measure 23-ish with the right hand?
Oh,
What do you think?
This one comes too early. And it will be like around here.
Okay.
and
So
then
you're
I'll
not
like
waiting
rest.
for the G. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not waiting for the left hand to hit the G. So slow motion for me. Watch. Stop. Oh, you're missing that third guy. Yeah, that happened before. There you go. Okay, good. So this has to come, but this also has to come.
Yeah.
Okay, try that again. Slow motion. That's 3 of them, and 3 and 1, and resting. Good. Okay, good. My turn, then your turn. So I want you to watch. So we're gonna think about the rest in a little more of a fancy way, so that they have something to do. And stop there. So you won't forget a rest if you really do something with it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Right? So think about playing with that a little bit.
Kind of like the.
Yep. Oops, wait for beat 2. Okay. Almost. Yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Okay, try that. Slow motion.
1, 2,
1, 2. Up. So 2 is an up.
1, 2,
Up, up, up.
1, 2,
When you have a beat, when you have this,
2,
left. 2, 3, 1. Too soon, too soon, too soon. Too soon.
1, 2.
So,
1, 2, 2.
but I want this in. I want. And so it's a big deal and it's a beautiful deal. So you play lift and play lift and then you are there lift, right? So that's called the part of the piece, the choreography of the piece. Doing things to make it look more beautiful as well, but it will sound more beautiful too because you're doing something with your wrist after you play a chord. You're not just staying there, you're peeling it away and peeling it away. Yeah. So try again. Slow motion is fine.
2, 3.
1. Good. Okay, so slow motion. And 1. Go, go, go. No, you don't lift your hands, right? So wait. Now that's B2, right?
Yeah.
Try again. 1, 2, E, 3, and 1 E, and not too soon. 1 E, and 2 E, and 3, and okay. So now wait. So now. So 1 E, and 2 E, and 3, and 1 E, and 2 E, and 3. Let's do that. Speed only those 2 measures. You forgot about your rest. Peel it away. Peel it away. Beautiful. Good. Again. Much better. And peel away. Right. And so peeling away, let's say that, is an elastic band on your wrist pulling you up. Okay, so it's not just a lift because that's stiff, it's a beautiful floaty, right? And you have to use your whole arm. It's not just a wristy thing because that would be weird, right? It's sort of like it's a lift. Okay, so I'm gonna email you all this so you remember the jobs, and it's this little spot. There's quite a few little things, right? Like 21, 22, 25, 26, and then this line or 2 hands together as well as separate. Then let's just do a little bit down here at 28 in the left hand here. I want you to try. Wait, let's see which one I want you to do. Can you do that? So just hold it. Is that little rhythm, but with a bigger pinky? 3 of them. 2. That's 2. 3. Okay, you're missing one. off a little bit. So it's down, down. The other fingers are important, but we want them to almost seem not important because we're not going to make them very loud. But you have to have control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, control. We'll go to there this time. Okay, let's play it together. On the end of ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's the one you're getting. Careful, careful, careful. 1, 2. Moving in and 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 bum, 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 bum. Yeah, just letting go of those. Yes, yes. It's this one. It's that one in measure 30. Can you play that one? So, I think you need to pivot and move your wrist in a little bit to help your thumb. Move way more. Move your elbow out. Move it in. Not your wrist. Not your wrist is popping. Not your wrist. Just your elbow, like over. Yes, over and back. Elbow goes out. Elbow comes in, sucks in a bit to the bone. You don't hold your pinky. Right. Okay. So now watch fast. Little one, like it moves. One, it needs to move. Try that. Don't hold your pinky. Good, Amy. So if you don't have in a big stretch like that, if you don't move, you're staying really stiff, and then we hear this. Like you're like at the last minute. Oh, my thumb. Right? Just we want steadiness. You can move to that thumb so it doesn't sound like it's clunky. If you're stiff in here, it's also that there's the clunk. Move it in there, move it in there, move it. Just move. Yeah. So I'm gonna do right hand from, and you do left hand. So think about even balancing, steadiness. Ready, go. Pivot. Stop. Good. Okay, now try hands together and see what happens. Ta-da. Right hand's in charge. Let's do that again. Great, and you're right here. Sorry. Your right hand can stay lovely and legato. You don't need to break that. Left hand does need to let go a little bit. The right hand does not. Fingering, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 at the end. Oh, that we marked. Try again. Okay, so that's gonna, you're now kind of work that spot to make that feel comfortable. Okay, so here's what you do in this spot, 28 to 36. I'm giving you, a few things in this B section. In this spot, first you're going to do a rhythm of left hand and then a legato with a pinky. And then watch that you move a little bit on that bigger one so that you pivot. Pivot means it's moving without a lot of other things here moving, it's just side. Pivot, okay? So side. For control of that here. So So left hand rhythm, then legato, pivot, then hands together of that spot to see if it's still in control and right hand is leading. And you do not need to go your performance speed. You can sort of slow that down to where it feels comfortable so it fits. I know where I can feel it myself too. I know where that spot, it starts to get a bit, right, like it's fighting with each other, so that's where you want to work on that so we get rid of that. And the left hand has to be so good that we don't really notice it. Okay, right? Okay, last couple minutes. Just so I don't forget what else I wrote down I wanted to check. Section C.
Yeah.
We're gonna just go through that a little bit, and then one more thing.
Coda?
And then something in the coda, yeah.
Yeah, because I noticed that it didn't match up, and it was because I made a slip up.
Okay, so then we'll check that too. So let's go through. So you're gonna do the C section hands together till. Stop right here. Stop before you get to that.
Okay.
Rest and then it's the la 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 big small and then it's big. Stop. Good. Okay, so you're doing. Do you want to try it with 5 just to see something? Keep your. It's a 6th apart. Everything, right? Could you be a little more loose in your wrist? Like this? Yeah. So, try your 4 again. 4, 4. So, try it slowly like this. Remember how we worked on octaves? A little bit with, so flop, flop, flop. And try the 5 again. So I think you're more accurate with the 5. Like I feel like when you do the 4, a lot of times you miss or you play an extra note. What if you could experiment with that a bit? Right. Yeah. Will you try it out and see this week?
Okay.
Okay, I want you to and keep it floppy because it's not pushy there, it's floppy. So we're gonna check fingering of the 6. Yeah, 1 and 5. I really feel it's a little more secure. Whichever you choose, whatever you think can feel better and more accurate, then you need to do it and do it and do it so that every time you get there, we don't have a slip. You know, and it's going quickly. So, there's that. I think that's because that happens so many times, you need to be sure. Be sure of your fingering, be sure of the notes so you don't do that kind of thing. Yeah, otherwise pretty good. So I think that section, work on the right hand. Your left hand seems to be doing all right with the octaves. So then at the coda for a second. Okay, we're going to work on the rests like we talked about the choreography of rests in the B section. I want to know exactly where they are. 1, 2, 1, 2. So play that. 2. 1, rest. Nice rest, nice rest. Beautiful. Okay, one more time. Peel away. Peel away. Peel away. float of the wrist. Peel. Peel. Nice one. Peel. Peel. Do it again. Peel. 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 Freeze. Okay, that's your job here. That's your job. So, pick up of 109, no, sorry, 108 to 112. Yeah, I think I'll check the rest of it again next time too. With that, with the rest is your job, because then we'll see if that helps everything sort of flow in your coda section, and then it wasn't, you know, you managed this pretty well, and that's a hard spot. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, and do that for me. Just do that for me before we go. Right, it's knowing when that comes, right? And it goes to there. Make sure your fingering's right. To there. 5-3. Right. Yeah. Okay, so. Sorry. So just play up to there. Yes, good. And then you even got forte, which was good. You're building up to this, building up, and then it's there, which is so cool at the end. Okay, so those three kind of main chunks. I will send you that. So the next time, Amy, we will go through those jobs, and then we will do a bit of shake.
Okay.
Okay. All right, hold on. Hopefully you got most of that. All the falls. You're welcome.